Loneliness. It's a heavy word, isn't it? It whispers of emptiness, of a void that seems impossible to fill. We live in a world that's more connected than ever before. Yet, so many of us still find ourselves wrestling with this deep sense of isolation. Loneliness doesn't discriminate. It can touch anyone, regardless of age, background, or social status. It's a silent epidemic, often hidden behind forced smiles and carefully curated online personas. We might be surrounded by people, at work, in our families, on our social media feeds, yet still feel utterly alone. This disconnect between our outward appearances and our inner experiences can make loneliness even more isolating. The first step to addressing loneliness is acknowledging its presence. It's time to break the silence and shine a light on this universal human experience. We need to create space for honest conversations about loneliness, both within ourselves and with others. Loneliness isn't just about being physically alone. It's about a lack of meaningful connection. We crave deep, authentic relationships where we feel seen, heard, and understood. Sometimes we can be surrounded by people but still feel invisible, like our true selves are lost in the crowd. We might have friends and family, but lack a sense of belonging. We might engage in small talk and social gatherings, yet feel unable to share our deepest thoughts and fears. This emotional distance can leave us feeling empty and alone, even when we're physically surrounded by others. Our fast-paced, achievement-oriented culture can also contribute to feelings of loneliness. We're constantly bombarded with messages that tell us to be busy, productive, and self-sufficient. This can make it difficult to slow down, be vulnerable, and nurture the connections that truly matter. Loneliness doesn't discriminate by age. It can affect us at any stage of life, from the playground to the retirement home. Children and teenagers, navigating the complexities of social hierarchies and peer pressure, can feel intensely alone even when surrounded by classmates. Young adults, facing the pressures of building careers and establishing independence, might struggle to find their tribe and establish meaningful connections. Adults in midlife, juggling work, family, and aging parents, can experience loneliness as their social circles shift and change. Older adults, especially those facing losses and transitions like retirement or the death of loved ones, are particularly vulnerable to loneliness. It's essential to remember that we're not alone in our experiences. Loneliness is a common thread that connects us across generations. Section 4. Digital connections. Real disconnections. The double-edged sword of technology. We live in a world saturated with technology. Social media platforms promise connection at our fingertips. While these digital tools can offer a sense of community and support, they can also exacerbate feelings of loneliness. The constant barrage of curated lives and highlight reels can leave us feeling inadequate and disconnected from reality. We might find ourselves comparing our lives to the carefully constructed images we see online, leading to feelings of envy, inadequacy, and isolation. The more time we spend in the digital world, the less time we have for real-life interactions, those face-to-face moments of shared laughter, vulnerability, and connection. It's important to remember that social media is just that, a curated representation of reality, not reality itself. We need to cultivate a healthy relationship with technology, using it to enhance our connections rather than replace them. Section 5. Finding solace. Cultivating connection and combating loneliness. Loneliness can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to define us. There are steps we can take to cultivate connection, find solace, and build a more fulfilling life. Start by acknowledging your feelings of loneliness. Don't judge yourself or try to push them away. Recognize that loneliness is a normal human emotion, and it's okay to ask for help. Reach out to someone you trust, a friend, family member, therapist, or support group. Sharing your feelings can be a powerful step in breaking down the walls of isolation. Make an effort to engage in activities that bring you joy and connect you with others who share your passions. Remember that building meaningful connections takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself and celebrate the small victories along the way. Loneliness is a journey, not a destination. By taking small steps each day to nurture our connections and cultivate self-compassion, we can find our way back to a place of belonging and wholeness.